Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to SMD Law. Welcome back to Spartan Nation Radio. It's time to bring in Jeff Michalowski, the Grand Poobah of SMD Law, the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. When your next decision matters, you call them first and then you act. 866-529-3537 or smdalaw.com on the internet. And we come in, the Lions at Bears, the Spartans in Illinois, and it's Michigan State, Michigan week. Jeff.
Hey, Hondo. There was a long pause there. What a rough weekend, huh?
It was a rough one. But you know what?
It was.
Sports. And I want to ask you, Jeff, because, I know you on a personal basis. You're an actual very dear friend of mine. I love you and your family. And you and I are both dads. And when I know Cassius is very well. I know his brother Kai, his mama, his dad Reggie. I know his brother Zach. And when I'm watching the game from my courtside seat, I literally thought about me and you. It's a God's honest truth. And I'm watching Reggie sitting with Kai, watching Cassius less than 24 hours after Zach's death. Man, I got to tell you, hats off to that guy. I don't know that I would have been able to do it. That family, to me, they're such precious people. What was your feeling?
It was kind of the same thing. You know, as a dad, you try to put yourself in the shoes just to see if there's any empathy. I mean, for the dad, I don't know how they continue to go about their day-to-day business. It's just kind of mind-blowing when you stop and think about it. I think more importantly, it shows you how big of a problem mental health issues are in the country. I think with the reports coming out that he may have intentionally stepped in front of a train, that's pretty rough to swallow. And then secondly, to think about all the people that need help out there that we're just not getting to. It's rough. It really is.
I just want to say this to any of you right now suffering, maybe from depression, having thoughts of suicide. Email us at spartannationmail@yahoo.com. We would love to help get you some help. Call SMD Law 866-529-3537. I guarantee you they won't hesitate 1 second to help you get in touch with somebody who can help you. Life is too fragile. Life is too precious to throw it away, and you do matter. And Jeff and I want you to know that, don't we, Jeff?
Absolutely. It's also important to understand what it does to the people you leave behind. I had my best friend from school growing up ended his life prematurely, and it was kind of a rough one. Everybody kind of looked around, and he kind of got his dream job. He started a family. Everything was going great for him, and out of the blue, it goes all over just like that. And I think, there wasn't an understanding of what it would do to his family and his friends and people around him. But more importantly, we have to, as a society, understand that this is real pain. I mean, we call mental illness for a reason. People need help. They need to get treatment. They need some help. That's all it comes down to, Hondo.
I agree. All right, let's get to... I purposely went through, Jeff, and I got rid of any emails today that are not happy or good. I just, on a day like today with Charles and then Zach, I just wanted to talk about good stuff. Is that all right with you for today?
Absolutely. Let's get on to some good stuff.
Okay, the first one comes to us from H&T. You're going to understand, they didn't want us to use their name. They don't want to get in trouble with the state of Michigan, but it's a good email. Dear Mr. Carpenter, we have two brothers that have been in our care as foster parents. They're not our color, and we don't even notice. We love them dearly. They call us mom and dad. They're going to be coming up for adoption. We do not have the money to adopt them. However, we have the money to support them. Right now, the state pays us to take care of them. What we don't understand and would like Mr. Michalowski to explain to us, why are the adoption laws so difficult that it's easier to keep them in foster care and pay us than to just let us adopt them And what does he see as an opportunity? What can we do as parents to help change the process to get the laws changed? We love these boys. We don't want to get paid for taking care of them. We want to be mom and dad, which we are, but we want to be able to give them that on a piece of paper. This is what we think is a big thing that can be done to change adoptions. What does Mr. Michalowski think?
Well, one of the things I learned from law school is you always have to look at both sides of the issue. And I think with what the foster parent and versus adoption rules set up, number one is a standard where the kids can be monitored regularly in the foster home to make sure that the best interests of the kids are in fact being met. And so the adoption laws are pretty strict because once you adopt a kid, they're your kid, and the state, to some sense, loses control or some insight as to how that child's doing. I think the other way to look at it, too, you have to effectively end the parents' all parental rights whatsoever. And so that's a pretty lengthy process to get through. So if you're looking at it just in the opposite direction and seeing what is the intent of the laws, and the intent of the laws is to protect the child, it's a little bit easier to understand why the adoption rules are so strict.
Okay. Next one, Jeff, I think you're going to really like it. Dear Mr. Carpenter, I was 11 years old when my mom married my father. He never once treated me like I was anything in the world other than his own blood son. He loved me. He took care of me. He treated my mom like an angel after she had been abused badly by my biological sperm donor. My mom died last year. This Christmas, I would like to pay off my father's home and all of his debt and buy him a new car. However, I'm concerned about tax laws that he may get hit with this. To me, he will always be my father, and as much as I love my mother, I'm actually even closer to him. He has taught me what it means to be a man and means the world to me. He was never able to adopt me because my biological father would not let him, but he's my dad. Is there implications because he's not my biological father? I know that I can gift him up to $14,000. I'm just trying to figure out the best legal way to do this. That comes to us. Go ahead.
That's a great one, Hondo. Dealing with estate planning and tax laws, there is a lifetime gift credit, which is right now married to what we call the estate tax credit, and it's hovering right around $11.5 million. Good problem to have, huh, Hondo?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the way it works is if you have $11.5 million or less, you're never going to have to, your heirs will never have to pay estate taxes on the property transferred. But you could also give away during your lifetime. Before you do it, talk to a CPA. They're the ones that are going to handle the taxes and be able to file what's called a gift tax return or Form 709 with the IRS to make sure everything's reported appropriately and to make sure you don't run into issues.
Good one. Jeff, the next one comes to us from Heather and hold on. Heather and Karen. Heather and Karen say, Hondo, would you ask Mr. Michalowski about this? With Christmas coming, we would like to do something very special. We're considering starting a foundation. My sister and I have been successful in starting a company, and we think it would be fun to set up a foundation for young girls who've been abused but are not victims. We were both abused, but continued to grow. We went past it. We were successfully helped, and we want to set up a foundation. How difficult is it to do that? We have $1 million we would like to put into it.
It's difficult. The difficult part is getting the IRS clearance as a 501c3. If I am reading it right, you're looking to start a non-for-profit charitable foundation. And the best way to do that, number one, is just to set up the corporation itself under state law. and then go ahead and file the application for tax clearance as a non-for-profit. Pretty difficult to do. It takes anywhere from 9 months to about 18 months to get the clearance from the IRS, but it could be done. We've handled a couple of these. Feel free to give us a call if you have questions.
All right, now remember, you can call Jeff at 866-529-3537 or smdalaw.com on the internet. Thank you, everybody. Jeff will be back next week. Get us your illegal questions. Spartan Nation Mail, MAIL @yahoo.com. We'll be right back.